Our next guest is a very funny comedian. I got to thinking about that, and I'm thinking, if he's not a very funny comedian, he probably isn't a very good comedian. But this guy is a very funny comedian, and he's appeared on such shows as Comedy at Large and Bananas and Thou Shalt Laugh, which I think is a wonderful title. Most recently, his movie, Church People. He has a new novel. This is it. It's called The End Times Comedy Show. And yes, he even makes that funny. Please welcome back to the show, Thor Ramsey.
You guys are hot tonight. Well, thank you, friends. It's so good to be here. The Halloween season is upon us, which always brings up this question for me. Why aren't there any Protestant horror movies? Have you noticed this? They're all Catholic. All of them. And I kind of get it. It's Hollywood. You know, the priest comes with his own uniform and props. He's got the string thing with the ball and the smoke going and that. And I get that. What do Protestant pastors have? Skinny jeans? We can't compete with the other thing. We can't. So I'm thinking really what the issue is you get two Protestant guys, two Protestant pastors who walk into a house and the walls are dripping blood and there's a guy running around the ceiling. They'd be like, we better call a priest because this was not in the Baptist manual. No. You ever watch a scary movie by yourself? And then afterwards, you have to flip on the Home Shopping Network just to rinse out the atmosphere of the room. It's like, I just need to see a ceramic kitty or something cute. You ever watch a scary movie at someone else's house? And then when you go to leave, you get in the car, but before you take off, you give your back seat one of these psycho sweeps, right? Make sure no escape mental patients have crawled in your back seat. I do this. I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do if there's somebody actually back there and I stick my finger in his nose? Hey! What are you doing? I'm looking for you. You're it. And then sometimes I'll actually get in my car and leave, start driving, and then I'm like, oh no, I forgot to check my back seat. I don't know what I'm going to do. I flick my dome light on, swing my head back there. What if a cop pulls me over? You know, you were weaving pretty badly there. I was looking for a murder. I think he's in my back seat. He's jumping from side to side. He's tricky. Be careful. And my wife will do this. My wife pulls this one. I'll just be falling asleep, and she'll shake me awake. And she'll, listen. What? Listen. What? Listen. I don't hear anything. I don't either. This guy's really good. No, go find him. Go find the ninja psycho. I think we've all done this, but if you watch a scary movie downstairs and you have to walk upstairs, you always end up running those last few steps. Like, I think there's a ghost on my butt. Get out of the way. There's a ghost chasing me. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. There's a ghost. Shit. If you're running from something invisible, how do you know you're faster? So we are in Nashville. Here we are in Nashville. Yes. Where I can get me some Waffle House. And I am not ashamed. Judge me if you will. I love the Waffle House. I love the smothered, covered, blubbered, whatever that is. Those things are amazing. And you know what you're getting into with the Waffle House, though. You do. You walk in. I walk into Waffle House. The waitress behind the counter says to me, hunker down. That's what she said, hunker down. Because you don't hunker down at a 5-star restaurant, do you? You know, welcome to Chez Paul's. Your hostess will hunker you down. You know what you're getting with the Waffle House. You know, outside, before you enter, they have a sign. It says, no shirt, no shoes. Stop asking us for clothing. You know what you're getting. And they don't accept credit cards either at Waffle House. They accept cash or your prize-winning heifer. Because that's what ATM means at Waffle House. Animals to money. And that's the big closer. Thanks for having me, folks. I appreciate that.
I love Waffle House.
I do.
It's my happy place.
Waffle House is my happy place.
Absolutely
Yes.
it is. This is a cool book, The End Times Comedy Show. What
Yes.
a cool name is that? And what are we going to find out in the
Well, the End Times Comedy Show, it's basically about a novel about a comedian. You write what you know, right? And he's living in L.A. He's from the most prominent evangelical family in the country. Think like Francis Schaeffer. You're familiar with Francis Schaeffer?
Yeah.
So he's from that family, but he's trying to lose his faith. He's trying to deconvert. And so he's trying to get as far away from his faith as he can. It's a satire. And the further he tries to get away from the faith, the more supernatural experiences he starts to have. So that's kind of the satirical aspect of it. Yeah.
I love satire.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to see more comedy from Thor Ramsey and get this new novel that I'm holding up, The End Times Comedy Show, you want to know how to do it? It's simple. Go to Huckabee.tv. We're going to connect you. Hey, thanks for sticking around. Since you made it here to the end, that must mean you liked the video. So you might as well subscribe and hit that notification bell below. But if you really hated it, just click the like button 3 times.